Hey everyone, welcome to A Moment with Hales. Today we're going to be doing a little garden tour. I think this might be the end soon for my garden. I don't know how much longer this is going to go on, you guys, but we'll see. I've never had plants stay this long, so I'm excited about it. But we have had here in Virginia non-stop rain for I swear it's been 2 weeks. It may not have been that long, but we haven't seen the sun in days. It's supposed to rain the next 3 days after this, so I thought let's get out here and see what the rain has been doing, and it might be time to call it on a few plants, which is the hardest thing for me to do, but we're gonna take a look and see what is still viable. I'm thinking these pumpkins are not gonna make it. I'm really sad, but I think I planted them too late, and then we had that hot stint. The weather has just not been good. So you can see in here, some of these have just shriveled up. I haven't looked at everything since all the rain. Maybe one of these is still going strong. We're gonna go ahead and let them do its thing, but I don't have much hope left for these. I don't even see any flowers on them, so it might be time to call it for the pumpkin. Okay, so my basil had fallen over in the storm, but I did get it to sit back straight up. So I'm gonna let the basil go as long as it can. You'll probably notice there used to be 2 other basil plants here. If you could have seen me before the storm came, it was raining and I came out here and pulled them out and planted them inside. So I'll show you those. I wanted to save my plants, my basil at least, and bring them inside to see how long I can keep fresh basil going through the winter. But this basil plant is still doing okay, so. And here are my green beans. So the green beans have taken off despite the rain. I don't know, we'll see if they're going to drown or not, but they're looking good. I don't see any flowers yet in here, but maybe some are coming out right there. I guess we'll see. I'd love to at least get one batch before these possibly drown. Also, my marigolds are still doing really good. I actually planted these at the beginning of the summer. The reason why I have marigolds in my bed is I think to attract the bees. To be honest, I'm just gonna be completely honest with you. My older brother gardens and he did marigolds, so I was like, well, I guess if he's doing it, I should do it. So I did it, and I'm thinking it's so the bees come through and pollinate. I actually might pick some of these and bring them inside today because I don't know how much longer they're gonna last out here, but the marigolds have really hung in there. And I just had to show you guys little Elfie laying in the grass trying to blend in so the chickens will come out so we can chase them. And this is just the reality, you guys, of end of year tomatoes. The black cherry tomatoes were taking off, but when it rains, the tomatoes actually split. It's because they get too much water at one time and they split open, and it just is disgusting. Do you see all those flies? I don't know if you can see them, but it's gross and I don't want these tomatoes. So I liked this black cherry tomato plant a lot. I wanted to push it as far as I can, and I think I did, and it is gonna go in with the chickens shortly. And the jalapenos, if you can see them, are still hanging on. So I'm gonna go through here and pick out as many as I can. I made the jalapeno pepper jelly in my last episode. If you missed that, go ahead and check it out. Another garden tour, the last one I did. And here are the jalapenos. So, hey, the most peppers I've ever gotten in a season at all, the 3 years I've been doing this. So that's exciting to me. Okay, so this tomato plant actually worked out even with all the rain and the grossness. There were enough green tomatoes on here that weren't ripened enough where the tomatoes didn't split. So I'm gonna go ahead and let this one still go as long as it can. And this bed that looks like there's nothing in it, I did plant more purple potatoes down here last weekend before it started raining. Again, the potatoes are gonna take forever. I may not even get them till the spring. I do have one little potato coming up here, which is exciting. With potatoes, you wait until they grow all the way up, and then when it actually, the plant starts dying, that's when you know you're able to go ahead and dig them out. I will say, last year I planted potatoes, forgot about them, and then they came up in April. So I'm hoping that might be the same situation here with these purple potatoes. So also a challenge for you this fall/winter, get a 5-gallon bucket, go ahead and fill it up with soil, get some potatoes even from the grocery store, wherever. I've only ever done purple potatoes. I haven't done sweet potatoes or russet potatoes. I think that's how you say that. If it's not, you can make fun of me. But go ahead and cut some up, cut them into quarters, put them in a 5-gallon bucket with some dirt. You put them on your patio or your porch, somewhere where they're going to get sunlight the best that you can, even with the time change, and see if you can get any potatoes this fall or winter. It's a challenge. Go ahead and try it. Let me know how it goes. And this tomato plant, you're gonna see why the struggle is real, you guys. I have tomatoes all the way up here and it's looking really good at the top, but as you see, I'm gonna zoom out, it's disgusting and it's it's looking pretty rough. So it might be time to call it for this tomato plant as well. I think, again, it's just really cool. If you look, I think that's 3 tomato plants down there in one. And I just think it's amazing that one little tomato seed, again, produced not only how big of a plant this is, but an abundance of tomatoes for me all summer long. It's just so hard, you guys, because like I look up there and there's hope, you know, but I just know they won't be as flavorful, and this is a mess. So time to say goodbye to this beautiful tomato plant that served me really well this year. Okay, here are the beets. Now I'm a little bit confused. That looks very different than this. So I'm wondering if I messed up some seeds. We'll see. I guess this one may just be way more matured than the other ones that we have here, but these are the beets. Some of them are going strong. Some of them are struggling. I went through here and thinned, which I hate doing. Oh, it looks like I need to thin over here. Thinning is, again, is when you pull out the weaker ones to make room for the strong ones. I think I'm gonna let those two duke it out for a week and see what happens. But yeah, the beets, I don't know, they may end up drowning. I guess we'll see. Good news, you guys, the carrots have not drowned, at least from what I can tell. I guess time will tell as we still have more rain coming our way, but some of these carrots are just looking really beautiful. And I'm very excited because like I said in the last episode, I've only ever had like 1 carrot and it was very tiny. So some of these are still doing really well. I do need to go over here and do some thinning on this side again, but I think I might let them go through the rain and see which ones are the strongest by the end. Just because I think it's cool, it's time for these broccoli plants to go. But if you look here, this is what, it's not a super successful broccoli plant, but this is what a broccoli plant looks like when it bolts. And this is where the seeds come out. Oh, you can see a bee is actually working right now. How exciting, the bee is out. I want to get bees really bad next year. Oh, there's another one up there too. Good, I'm glad to see the bees are out. So anyways, this is what broccoli looks like when it is fully grown and it's getting ripped out, and I am ready to say adios to these bad boys because they've been terrible this year.
And usually right nearby you can always find our Yorkie macaroni protecting the garden from the chickens.
And this broccoli plant actually is too, so let me see if I can get a video. I'm curious how this is gonna go. Ooh, I forgot the lettuce is right there. Is that the lettuce? I don't remember. Oh, let's try it. Let's pull it this way. Ooh, gosh. It's a huge one. I think this was 2 seeds. Again, it's just amazing. Oh. And then I like to try to save as much dirt as I can because obviously you need dirt. Let me carry this over to the wheelbarrow. Woo, that's a big one. So like I said, they are just like little trees and I just think they're amazing. I love planting broccoli. Oh, here, cute little, I might pull some of these out and have them. Okay, I'm sorry, but let me brag on my kale because my kale is so legit and I'm really proud of it. And we have not used it for anything. So this week I had some people actually send me soup recipes and I'm gonna have to use it because with all the rain coming, it's a perfect time for soup. And this kale is just honestly so beautiful and I'm just probably way too obsessed with it. And I do think it's time to say goodbye to my tomato plant. This has been a really successful plant for me this year. There are still some tomatoes that are small and not ripe yet. And I think I'm going to do possibly salsa verde with some of them or some other different options people have suggested. But this tomato plant honestly has restored my faith in tomatoes. So I'm excited to try them again next year. And you guys, this is my 1 mini pumpkin I was able to produce this year. So here it is, I'm very proud of her. And then this is my little tiny gourd. So my vision of them climbing up my trellis here in my backyard didn't really work this year, but I will plan and prepare for next year. and hopefully maybe get some better seeds and better weather. And that is the end of this garden tour. I am not sure how much longer I'm going to do this because I'm not sure what's going to happen. So as long as I have something to show, even if it's short, I will show you guys. I'm going to end this video with like show you guys of the beginning of the summer, the middle of the summer, and how it started and how it ended. So this was a great growing season. If you are interested, start planning throughout the winter. My suggestion is to grow things that you know you're going to eat and enjoy, and don't stress yourself out about starting big. Get one little small garden bed, or just get a few buckets and grow some things in there. You don't have to start out really large. I started with 2 garden beds, and we did things that we knew we would eat, so tomatoes and cucumbers and green beans, and just give it a try. So this winter, do some research, look for heirloom organic seeds, and there's some great websites that I can recommend below of where I've purchased my seeds from. And yeah, I just hope this inspires you to consider growing something. Again, even herbs on your windowsill this winter, or get a bucket and throw some potatoes out and do an experiment and see what happens. And if you haven't already, make sure you subscribe just to be getting notifications and updates for when I post something new. Throughout the winter, I may try to continue to show you if we have anything that survived in the garden, also how I'm using our preserved food that I've gotten from our garden, and updates on the chickens and eggs and all that fun stuff too. So definitely make sure you subscribe if you haven't already. So thanks for watching, and I will talk to you guys soon.
Hey there, if you enjoyed this and would like to hear more from me, I have a weekly podcast called Your Morning Start, published on Tuesdays and Fridays to help get our days started with a biblical perspective. It's available on Apple, Podbean, Amazon, and Spotify. I would love for you to take a listen. I hope to talk to you soon.